Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The Swag Check here, bringing you another commentary. And today, what I want to talk to you about is freedom. Is America really free? You know, pretty much what I'm saying is does everyone have their equal rights? And I believe they don't. I I'm really sensitive on this subject, but I wanted to bring it up with you guys. So pretty much what is going on in America is women have been banned from combat in the military for some time now, and the United States is actually thinking about lifting that ban, and I'm pretty happy about it. If a woman really does believe that she is strong enough and has the capacity to do what a man does and can actually succeed in doing it as well, you know, uh, more power to them, And I don't believe it is right for America to say you can't do this because we are a free country. And, you know, it's kind of stepping on the unconstitutional, on that. And the reason I say that is because the Equality Act, And pretty much what that is, well, you guys probably know what that is, And that is, everyone has their equal rights. So, say I go out, I can do the same things you do. Say, you know, I can, if you can drive a car, I can drive a car. Someone can't come up to me and say, hey, you can't drive a car because you're white or because you're black. You know, and pretty much what they're saying to that is, women, you cannot fight in the military because you're a woman, because you're weaker than the men, you're less superior, you are inferior to the male race. And, even as a male, I consider that to be kind of, wrong, because, this country was built on loyalty and freedom. And with that said, the CEOs of America, which are, the leaders of Microsoft, Bill Gates, you got the leaders of Dell and, McDonald's and all of these big companies. And pretty much they run the United States because they pretty much have to say what goes on in this country. And, jobs nowadays with the economy, I think what the rate is in Michigan right now, where I live, is about 25% of people in Michigan are unemployed, and for America, that's just not acceptable, And I can somewhat understand why it's like this, because you go overseas and they don't have the same opportunities as we do, so they work for less money, so the CEOs would say, hey, I can make more money, let's go over here. So pretty much they have to say whether we as an economy can stabilize itself or not, And during the Great Depression we had the war, and it was World War II, and they had war bonds, and to cash it in, I think it was like $18 for one bond, and you could cash it in whenever you wanted after the war, and it'd give you about $23 to $25, and between that, $7, that it was quite a bit of money back then, but not enough to where you'd have a bunch of money to work on. But people did it because they knew they were going to make money, and back then there wasn't really a bunch of money being made besides with the companies that were leading America at that time. And back on military and women, and well, they say, and I'll link you to this article, that women don't have the physical abilities that men do. They say, oh, women can't carry this, because men, they carry weapons, ammunition, water, food, and 50 to 100 pounds of equipment around. And in the military, they say women their training is somewhat morphed to where it's not as much as the men's. And so with that said, they say, well, this can't be morphed in real battle. You're gonna have to deal with all of these things. You can't not carry all of these things. You can't have a little less of something because you can't carry it. What I say to that is there's always training. I mean, the United States Navy SEAL, they say, is probably the toughest training anyone could go through in their life. And, I really do believe that. And as a kid, I'm 15, so in a couple of years, I really do want to enlist. So I really did want to touch on this subject because, are we really free? I don't think so because, we're having problems right now. Our economy's down and, the situation with that. So while people are fighting for their lives, we're worried about, oh, when's the new iPhone coming out, When is this stuff coming out? That's kind of fucked up to me. And to me, that's not really important. When people are risking their life to make this possible, we're worried about when the next piece of technology is coming out. And to me, that's going to be our downfall someday. And, with all of this technology today, we have Google, Yahoo, MSN, and blah, 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 blah. We have all them websites, and on the front page, I go on Yahoo. That's my homepage that I go to. And on the front of Yahoo, I see, oh, Jessica Simpson's wearing short shorts outside. Who really cares? Who cares enough about Jessica Simpson's life that they're going to go and sit in that article and say, hey, wow, she's wearing short shorts. And, someone touched on that. They said, 2,000 veterans of the United States military are homeless. And this is what us as Americans are talking about. Like, how wrong is that? And, I agree with that. And, well, this was Stockpiles, so you guys know that. For all you PS3 guys, this is probably my favorite map. And, all of the rest are shitty except for the zombie maps. Swag check out.